let's get warmed up. Swing your arms, big movements, knees up, pull the tummy tight here. We want to get blood flowing to all of these muscles because this is a strength-based workout and it is targeted strength. Knees up in front. So I want a lot of blood flowing right now because each circuit targets a specific area of the body. Arms forward and back. For example, our first circuit is all glutes. So you will have 4 exercises, 40 seconds each, on that glute area, on your bum. Reach out. Then we'll take a nice long rest, 40 seconds, and we will stretch that area. So the stretching in this workout is going to come after each circuit. Arms out and in. I have modifications for circuit 1 and 2, either seated or standing. So you'll use a chair, arms up and down, if getting on the floor is going to be a challenge for you. There are modifications you can do from a seated position. Let's swing the arms, and you will see those right up here, okay? And I want to go over the fourth exercise in the first circuit quickly for the modifications. We'll be on our tummy making frog legs, okay? So you're going to stand and make a frog leg like that, and the knee stays bent. That leg is going to lift back and down. So you can hold your chair, lift back, and you'll see this on the screen. Halfway through, I'll remind you, you're going to switch legs, okay? So either grab your chair, have a seat, because your first exercise is seated if you're not getting down on the mat. Otherwise, we're going to go down to the mat and start with a band, optional. First 3 exercises are optional bands. So if you have a band and you want to grab it, get it going, and we'll start with it right above our knees, okay? I'm going to go in about 30 seconds here. So if you are seated, you're going to be sitting on your chair, feet planted on the floor. You're going to do a glute bridge. So you're going to lift your hips, sit back down. Drive the hips up and down, and you'll see that. Otherwise, we're on the floor, and you guessed it, we'll be doing glute bridges down here. My advanced folks, grab a heavy weight, slap it on your tummy here. Otherwise, feet are right in by your bum, hands are on the mat for support, drive the hips up, push the knees out. Knees come in as you come down. Nice and slow and controlled. If you are seated and you have a band, you can do this with a band from the seated position. And I will show that in the modifications. Pushing up and down. This is the bum and hamstring area. They kind of connect. We will target hamstrings later on with deadlifts, but right now, focusing on that glute, a little bit of hamstring is bonus. And nice work. All right, flipping on over, or you're going to stand up with the chair into hydrants. So we're going to lift up one side, halfway through, I'll call halfway, you switch the other leg. Ready? Nice flat back. Lift it up. With the band, you're not going to go up as high maybe as you could if you didn't have a band. So if you don't have a band, you may be able to get this leg up 90 degrees from the floor. Find what works for you. The idea is to activate the outside of the glute here. Let's do one more this side, then we'll switch. Other side, lift it up. Feel it? Burn, burn, burn. All about the bum. This first round here. And awesome. Swing on around. You're still standing if you're doing the modifications. We're going to come down. We're doing a march, but we're going to put our feet fairly far away and come up. All right? You're going to feel this burn. If you need to bring the knees closer, go ahead and pull it closer. The idea here is to get the hamstring and inner leg up into that glute area. Creating that definition that we all want, right? Not a huge movement here, but you can certainly feel it. If you're standing and you're doing those hamstring curls, you're feeling it as well. And you'll feel where the hamstring, which is the back of your leg, comes right in to meet the bum, where we want that nice definition. That's the area we're working, right in here. You should feel that. And rest. All right, here's the one where we're going to take the band off. if you're doing the modifications, you're going to do those frog legs. Otherwise, you're going to go on your tummy, frog legs. All right, so just like this, feet together, ready to lift the feet. Lift and lower. Just rest your hands on, forehead on your hands, I should say. This is intense. We are really burning up here. That is the goal. This should burn. You should feel it all in the bum. Pulling it all together now. Everything we worked. After this, we're going to stretch. If you're on the mat, you can bring one knee forward, hinge forward, stretch that glute. If you're seated, here's your other option. You can bring a foot on the knee and push. You'll feel that. Go ahead and switch sides if you're on the floor. If you're standing, switch sides. Seated, I should say. All right. Remember what position you're in. And we are going to push-ups because we might as well get them out of the way. They're the best way to work your chest. They're a tough exercise. I'm going to do mine on my knees, hands under the shoulders, abs tight, down and up. If you're on your toes, good for you. I want you to do that if you can. My shoulders have both been repaired. I want to keep that repair in good standing. I do not want to do anything to hurt my shoulders. So I might be able to do this on my toes, but I have to recognize my limitations, which is something we kind of all have to do as we get older. Make sure we keep what we're doing safe. Just because the person next to you is doing something doesn't mean it's right for you. So if you're standing and doing this up against your chair, that's right for you. You're going to flip over, grab your heavier weights for a chest press. You can do this seated, so you'll be sitting down with your weights, probably a little lighter weight if you're seated because it's hard. You're working against gravity more than we are. As if you're holding a bar here. Press it up. Push. Slowly down. My advanced 15s, 20s here, depending on your level of strength. Push your back to the mat if you're on the mat. That keeps that core nice and engaged, and it protects your lower back. Exhale on the exertion where you push up. That's how I like to do it. The main thing is keep breathing. If you breathe opposite that, that's okay, as long as you're breathing. All right, I'm going to just throw my heavier weights aside and go to my 10s for flies. If you're seated, you're going to go lightweight here. All right. We're going to hold the weight out. Slight bend in the elbows as the weight comes out, and then we hug a big barrel. Here we go. Think about hugging something round. So your arms are not straight. There's that slight bend in the elbow that stays there the entire move. Working that chest now. Pectorials coming across the chest. A little different than the chest press. And the push-up. This is your non-surgical breast lift right here. Rest. Okay, we're going to combine those two. So I'm going to go back to my heavier weight because we're going to do a chest press with palms facing each other. Do a fly and bring it back down. Stay with your light weights if you're seated. Palms are facing each other. Press the weight. Open to that fly. Hug that big round barrel and then lower the weight back to your chest. Press. And hug it. And down. Nice work. Keep going. Come on. I don't love doing chest work either. If you're saying, I don't like this. The good news is we're done with chest after this. No more push-ups. This entire workout is knee friendly too. So no squats coming up. No lunges. So that's exciting, right? All right, here's your rest. whether you're on the floor or standing, you gotta come up, seated. I want you to find an area where you can get some leverage. Feel that stretch come across your chest. Just put your arm against a wall. And if you're next to a wall like this, this works, okay? Switch sides, go to your other side, and then we're gonna work right into some deadlifts. So I'm gonna go with my 12s for this next round, but if you have heavier, if you deadlift 20-pound dumbbells, go grab those. Deadlift is a nice flat back. Weight raises down, up we come. On the clock, here we go. Hips are back, weight is in your heels, little bend in your knees, drive through the heels, drive the hips forward, squeeze the glutes. So we're hitting those glutes a little bit, again, as we really focus on the hamstring and the lower back. That's what we're looking at here. The lower back strength runs through those glutes, into those hamstrings. Nice flat back, feel that? Nice and flat. And up. Now we're going to be deadlifting this entire circuit. Got some creative stuff to do here. And rest. Two options. If you're just starting out, we're going to have you lift a heel, single-legged deadlift. More advanced, I got something for you here. Cross your feet, okay? Challenging. Holding a bar, remember your safety cues, drive those hips back, come up, squeeze. A little balance move there. I felt myself lose it a little bit. Drive the hips forward. Big ending to this move right here. Hips forward, squeeze. Squeeze. And rest. All right, we're going to do it on the other side. Remember, if you're just starting out, you're going to single-legged deadlift here. Now, there's a slight bend in this knee. Driving through that heel, up and squeezing. Otherwise, cross your feet. Just gives you a little more intensity. If you're just beginning, go with that single-leg kickstand deadlift. So in other words, the other toe is kind of your kickstand. It's supporting your balance. Stay with me. Feeling this, okay? That's my last one. Nice work. All right, we are walking a deadlift. So I don't want to leave your screen here, but I'm going to step forward. Once my foot's forward, deadlift down and up. Step forward, down and up. Come with me. Ready? One foot's forward, one's back. Deadlift. Step forward, deadlift. All the way up, get your balance, step forward, deadlift. Leaning over that front heel. Step forward, weights in that front heel. Back toe is just supporting you. Whoops, keep going. I'm going to turn, you need to turn around. Come up, step, deadlift, up, step. Got our rest coming. And there it is. Good. Put the weight down. And we are definitely needing a hamstring stretch. You can hold a chair here for balance if you need to, or a wall, stretching the back of the leg. Shoulders are next. When your shoulders look good, everything looks good. Really does add that hourglass top to the body, which puts you in proportion and really does make everything else that you do look great. I'm going to start with my 10s for an Arnold press, it's called. Palms are facing you, and then you're going to face me. Ready? Rotate and press. Bring it back down. Feel the shoulders rotate here. We're working that rotator cuff, which I told you earlier, I've had my shoulders rebuilt, right? I had a rotator cuff injury from being rear-ended in a car accident oh gosh, 25 years ago, that the seat belt across my shoulder, which really saved me, but it did tear apart my rotator cuff. And you don't want any rotator injury if you can avoid it. It was extremely painful. So working this rotation is important. It really does warm up the shoulder, front, side, and back. I'm going to trade these in for light weights. If you're just starting out and you maybe have 5-pound dumbbells, you can even do these without weight. We're going to lift to the front, open, close, down. Here we go. Lift it up. Keep those shoulders down. So in other words, I'm not doing this. I'm not lifting my shoulders. Lifting with my shoulders, the weight, but I'm not crunching up to my neck. So it's hard to say shoulders relaxed, right, and work them at the same time. That really doesn't happen, but the meaning is don't let them come up to your ears like that. This is a hard lift because it's a long lever. Weight is away from your body. Gravity's pulling on the arm as well as the dumbbell. So there's a tendency you want to jump in and help with those shoulders with that lift. We want to avoid that. So we get the work. And rest. All right. Back to a heavy weight. We're going to alternate pull from the floor. My advanced, you can do this with a 15, I'm sure. You're going to grab it from the floor, pull it up, and press, and then we'll put it back down other side. So weights on the floor, pull it up, press it, hinge down, switch hands. Pull and press. Now, if getting all the way to the floor is a challenge, you can switch hands like I just did. Did you see that? Right here, switch hands, pull and press. Just getting a little more extension here by reaching all the way down if that's accessible to you. And do one more, keep me balanced. Same number on both sides. And rest into a high row. I'll stick with my heavier weight. I might regret it. But we're going to pretend like we're holding a bar across our legs, pulling straight up and down. Elbows lead here. So elbows lead up to the ceiling. Wrists are neutral. You're not doing this. It's not a curl. It's a pull. Pull. This is the top of the shoulder area. Front and back of the shoulder are assisting. We're really getting into the final area with concentration because we want to shape these nice round shoulders. And we will stretch them momentarily. And rest. Good. Here is your rest. We're just flying through this workout. Let's roll those shoulders one direction. Get some movement in them. Let's go the other direction. Bring one arm across, drop it in the basket, I say. You really relax that shoulder. You're stretching across the back of the shoulder here. Other side. You can round your shoulders back. And then we're going to grab a heavier weight. Advanced if you can hammer curl a 15, grab a 15. We're going to do an oblique lean. Lean with me, over, up, then we bring it up to the shoulder, lean the other direction, up, bring it down, lean, up to the shoulder, lean. Working the waistline here from two different angles. Weight is above here, weight is lower here. The other side. I want you to be balanced. And rest. All right. Same move, other side. Something to think about, keep the knees soft. But also, we're not leaning forward or back. We're staying like we're up against a wall is how you should be leaning. Like the shoulder blades should be touching the wall here. And then down here, and still touching the wall as you go this way. working the waistline. You often hear, and I say this in my videos a lot, I want to work my abs, I want to work my core. Just about all your strength training does rely on the core to a degree. So all of these exercises have recruited core muscles. Now we're just targeting down into them. I'm going to grab an 8 or a discus to a crunch. So holding it in one hand, think about a discus. Back, bring it up, stop the weight, crunch it. Ready? All the way back, rotate. Come all the way up, abs tight, crunch. Big swing here. Follow the weight with your eyes. Much rotation as you can. Feel those lower abs kick in. And then the crunch right here. Pull the abs tight. Slow and controlled. Feel it? Do my crunch. Good. All right, other side for that. Then we're done with abs. You have 2 circuits left after this. This is going quick. Is it going quick for you? I know I say that and some people say, oh, that didn't go quick for me. And I sometimes think things are slow and you think it goes quickly. Just depends on the day you're having, I guess. To get back and up, whatever kind of day you're having, you're here with me now, doing something good for yourself, which you really think about it. You got one life to live, right? Every single day, find a way to take care of you. Even if it's this half an hour, maybe it's spending a little bit of time on the weekends. Look for my video on food prep coming out this month. Taking an hour or 2 on the weekend to make sure you have good food prepared so that you can eat well. It's so much easier. In fact, it's the way to be successful. If you don't prepare your food in advance, you're going to be hungry, you're going to be out working, hitting that fast food. If you have it all set up in advance, let's reach up and over, much less likely to happen, much easier to stay on track. Stretch the other side. And then let's get ready to work the arms, biceps and triceps. I'm going to start with my 5 pounds. This is a toughie. If the weight gets too heavy, you can put it down. We're going out to the side, curling to the shoulders, back out. Ready? Here we go. Long lever again, right here. Gravity is pulling on the entire arm and the dumbbell at the end of the arm. So if you have any physics memory from whenever you might have had a glimpse of physics, you know what's going on here. Even though this is a 5-pound weight, the body is responding to a much heavier weight because of the pull on the entire arm, not just the dumbbell. Last one. Good. All right, I'm slowly going to increase my weight. I'm going to my 8s. Palms are going to face me. I'm going to curl up, rotate out, lower down, then curl up to the side, rotate forward and down. Curl to the front, curl, side, lower, curl to the side, front, lower. Just go up one way and then come back the way you came. Shaping this bicep from different angles here. Nice pretty cut definition between your bicep and your tricep. This is how you get it. And my arms just flew out from my side a little bit. Think about really anchoring those arms at your waistline. Don't let them come out like that, all right? What are you doing? You're just increasing the lever, right? When you do that, it just makes it heavier. And rest, good. Bumping it up one more time to my 10s for an alternating hammer curl. Different angle, different pull on the weight, so it's a little bit easier as far as how much weight you can lift. Alternate. So this time, the head of the weight is what's being pulled on, not even the full dumbbell because it's not across like that. So you can lift heavier if you have options. You feel your arms, you feel your shoulders where they come into your arms from that shoulder work we did. Now some of you are loving this workout because you love these strength-based targeted workouts. They're really good to do. Maybe once a week, really target that strength. Back to my 8s. Or a platter serve. So you're holding as if you're halfway into a bicep curl. Arms stay there. Gonna push out, pull in, and then switch sides. Let's go right hand first. Here we go. Push. Feel that? Push. Who said pick up 8s? Oh, goodness, okay. I'm glad we're alternating. You are burning up that bicep. Feel it? I do. Shoulders are relaxed. I was trying to lift my shoulders, let them help. All that does is put pressure on your neck. Don't do that. Almost there. Ooh. Let's do one more each way. Can we do it? That side's hard. That's my left side too, and I'm left-handed, so that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but that was hard. I'm going to show you how to get a really nice bicep stretch using a wall. You can come up against your wall with a 90-degree angle here. Lean into it. Try and feel that bicep. If you're not feeling that, you can come out with a little bend and feel it that way. If that's not doing it for you, palms up, thumbs back. Just want to feel that extension in the bicep, just a little bit. Whew! All right, you ready? Grab your chair. Going into some dips. Options for you. Beginners, you're going to come down, push your body weight up, have a seat. Come out, down and up. More advanced, stay away from the chair. Legs out, away from the body. It just means you're lifting more weight, right? Because gravity's pulling on the back of the legs and the back of the calves if you want to get really far out there. I like it right in the middle here. Pick what works for you. This is a tough exercise. If you're just beginning and you're popping your bum on that chair each time, I would say great job, because that is a lot in the beginning. This is hard. And rest. Good. Move my chair, grab my 8s. We're going to do a little bit of movement here, alternating kick back. Oldie but goodie, just lift, lift. Ready? Here we go. Lift. I'm extending my arm out. Straight. Feel the back of the arm work. Lift. Shoulders relax. They don't lift up to help here. See that? No. Drop the shoulders. Make this all about your tricep. If you're losing your form, lower your weight. A lot of ways your body can jump in and try and help this little muscle group. Back of the arm that we want to really tone up, right? Everybody wants to come help this poor little guy. It's the smallest muscle group in the body. Good. All right. Grabbing the chair again, and one of your heavier weights if you have options. I'm going to do a seated tricep extension. Advanced, you can go 15s here. I'm going to hold it on the end like that. Elbows towards me, abs tight, push. Slowly lower. Really think about squeezing towards your ears with those elbows. Don't let them be out here, okay? We want them forward, because you'll feel it in the back of the arm. Relax your neck. I know I'm just throwing so many safety cues at you, but when you do strength work like this, targeted, we really need to have proper form. There's a lot to think about, and that's my job, is to help you think about the things that are going to keep you safe. Maybe you've never done strength training before. So these little safety cues that will someday become kind of ingrained in you, you're just getting started. So listen up and just try to make those adjustments as I mentioned different things. Next up, you can either be using the top of your chair or the seat of your chair. Elbows go back towards the waist and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it up. Back down and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. Arms are shaking. Down and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it up. One more time. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And press. Maybe a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Nice work, bravo. And that was 30 minutes of work. That was intense. Pat yourself on the back. We'll finish by stretching the tricep. I want these videos to be 30 minutes or less, or really close. This one's going to be about 32, I'm guessing. Other side. You see my logo in the bottom corner here. If you click on that, you can subscribe to the channel if you have not. Deep breath in. No charge to subscribe. Exhale. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale. You're just letting YouTube know you like the content, and that helps me, and I appreciate that from you very much. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. It'll show up in your liked playlist, and you can come back and try it again. I'll see you next time.